What's going on, YouTube? I'm waiting to get these camera issues taken care of. Right now, I'm sitting on an HD camera uh, that I need to replace, and I will. But I'm out of town right now, so once I get back, just bear with me with this video. Um, I'll get a plain camera, but right now I'm recording on my laptop. So, anyways, you guys can still hear this message, and I have a message for you today, and I want to ask you guys a question. And I've said this before, but I'm going to start it off this video with this question. Have you ever heard of a motivated poor person? I'm going to say it again. Have you ever heard of a motivated poor person? Now, see, so-called with the things that we're going through in America right now, it seemed like to be so-called. It seemed like to be the battle was between the rich and the poor. But I don't think Americans really know the true meaning of poor. So I'll ask the question. I had a guy came up to me yesterday. Now this guy has two legs, two arms. He had the ability to be able to ask me the question, and he came up to me. He asked me. He said, "Excuse me, sir, can I have 50 cents?" So I looked at the guy. Of course, I said no, but I looked at the guy, and I'm like, okay, now this guy can think. He thought of, let me ask you the question, can I have 50 cents? He was walking. He wasn't crippled. He wasn't anything. He just wanted to ask me for 50 cents because I think he was too lazy to to be at a job, to create opportunity for himself. So he just thought, well, the easier thing to do is to ask you for 50 cents. Now, now, if you're in the Sahara Desert and your tribe has been occupied by the government and they're killing your daughters and making your sons go to war. Now I may sympathize with that situation and say, okay, you know what? That's a situation where a person really doesn't have control, so maybe they may fall into being poor. But when you're an able-bodied person, you have the ability to think, you have the ability to speak, you have all of your God-given talents, but you choose not to use them. I am supposed to be sorry for you. If you are a young student who's graduated from school and you can't find a job and you want to blame somebody and you're currently unemployed right now, I am to feel sorry for you? No, that's not going to happen. You see, because I see far too many foreigners come to this country with nothing. They work themselves up, whether it's a landscaping, whether it's working in a hotel as a maid. They live in the houses with each other and whatever they have to do, but they make their money. They don't make excuses. They make their money. Excuse me, guys. They make their money. They do what they have to do in order to make it. And you want me to feel sorry because the jobs that are here they don't pay well. We need to have at least $40,000 to $50,000 so we can feed our lifestyle and continue to live in the lap of luxury, so we can continue to buy our goods and buy our brand new cars and and clothes and all these other things. I'm just gonna say it because nobody else wanna say it. Americans, we are acting like a bunch of spoiled brats right now. It needs to be said. We are acting like a bunch of spoiled rats. The president isn't doing this. The government isn't doing this. We need more health care. We need better paying jobs. But and then we criticize the people that are in office. But here's the question I want to ask you. Can you do better? Can you yourself, the person that's watching this camera, can you do better than Barack Obama? We always talk about how dumb someone is and things of this nature. First of all, the guy has a Harvard law degree. Harvard law degree. None of you, a lot of you watching this video probably couldn't even make it to that level. Don't have the discipline to make it to that level. We just do a lot of chitter chatter, but no action. No action. I'm tired of listening to it, to be honest. And I just can't be on the picketer's side. I can't do it. And the reason why is because I know there's a lot of ways to make money, but you can't make money when your lips are moving in a negative fashion. My point. Some of you spend time watching the news, complaining about the government. You spend your lunch break, you spend your time complaining about the government, what's going on in the current state. But not one part of the day do you spend your time talking to someone about coming up with a new business idea, about coming up with ways to better your financial situation. This is the kind of chit chat that should be going on. Because I will say again, the most millionaires were created during the Great Depression. The most millionaires in American history were created during the Great Depression, when things were down, when things didn't look so good. What's going on now? Things are down. Things are not going to look so good. Are they going to remain that way? No. Some of you are naive to the point you think that trouble is going to happen. When a stock has a little problems, when North Korea happened, all of a sudden everybody wanted to get out of the stock market. Did the war happen? No. When any little decision, well, this company may be facing bankruptcy, or this company may be having problems, whatever, and everyone just rushes to take their stocks out, and then all of a sudden everything is fine. Everybody just on this emotional high, this emotional roller coaster. As soon as something happens, we freak out and we talk about it, but we fail to realize that it's just going to pass. It's going to it's bad at that moment, but it's not going to remain bad. Guys, it's time to wake up. It's time to break out the books. It's time to get away from the negative people. It's time to focus on you. Yes, you. Focus on yourself. Focus on making yourself a better financial machine. That's my advice. Because that's what I'm doing. Every day I'm thinking of, how can I make my idea that I came up with, how can I make it better? So, I'm not going to talk you to death. That's what I have to say, guys. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good, productive day. Hope you can stay away from negativity today. And just sit down and break out a pen and a piece of paper and write down some of the thoughts in your mind and try to organize it. Try to turn those thoughts into money-making ideas. So, with that said, guys, thanks for watching the channel. Please subscribe if you can. And until next time, signing off.